What do I think is the future of global talent mobility, and how will it evolve in the next 5 years? Are we moving globally towards the open borders policy to be adopted by most countries, where talent can move freely based on the need for their presence physically in different countries, and have that juxtaposed and contrasted against the idea that we are moving towards the fragmented tech worlds, like isolated islands of freedom in the world, where the governments have realized the need for this mobility overall on this planet where we are moving, right? So that's the question here. I'm going to say that here are the two options. We are in the new era of global competition for talent, especially the pandemic had accelerated remote work and digital collaboration. We have all realized that many people are very efficient working from home, working remotely, hardly ever physically meeting in person. And that's going to continue developing. That's completely undisputed. This virtual work, especially with the growth of AI presence in every field, will definitely be growing, and more countries will realize the need to have that competitive edge in their economies for allowing people to come and go freely with the right vetting, with the right checking, point system, or whatever it is that needs to be done to make sure that somebody is allowed to come and go into the country once they passed a checkup, a background check. And again, I think that the background checks will become more and more streamlined as our technologies grow anyway, right? On the other hand, I think that there's countries like US that are making it more and more difficult for people to come in, because frankly we are a little bit overwhelmed right now by the amount of immigrants that had come in here with what many people are considering to be open borders policy by the prior presidential administration. So that means that US and maybe some other countries will become fragmented tech worlds. The digital walls will rise as the time passes, that people will be working, understanding that there will not be global mobility, that people will have to stay in place for a few years, as they have in many occasions with H-1B visas and other visas there were. So where do I think we're moving towards in the future? I think that we are going to move towards the fragmented tech worlds, but perhaps it will be a hybrid reality. There will be countries and certain regions that will have open borders, allow talent mobility, allow professionals to come and go as needed by the employers, by the startups, by the collabs. And I think there will be regions, most likely US, that will have a fragmented, isolated tech islands. And I think that people will adjust to this, and they will learn how to navigate this as we move towards a more global order anyway. I think certain fields, like high demand fields, including AI, biotech, and green tech, environmental technologies, will probably be more open and mobile, but others will remain fragmented.